Tate speech.
Tate speech. How to fix every problem in the world. I'm sure this is gonna be
every problem in the world. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Let's fucking go. Here we go.
Oh,
he's got a sword. He's got a fucking sword. This was more engaging than Captain Marvel says. Is it like the Weber Cook? Or, this is... Weber Cook is... there should be more. I'm sure there is more. There can't just be 4.
With the production value of that song.
Of that song, yeah, it's like, it's amazing. How to fix every problem in the world. Again, look at this sword. Speaking of the
That's how you
Marvel.
fix every problem in the world, by the way, is with a sword.
Yeah. Alex on Facebook says, I love his boobs. Are you talking about Mr. Tate? Mr. Tate's boobs. Look at this. Here he is. Those boobs.
Oh, these titties.
Those are nice tits, I must say. Nice tits. Alex, if you haven't watched any of the Andrew Tate videos, you're going to fucking love Andrew Tate. He's amazing.
Oh. Yeah. Great advice.
I guarantee you don't walk around your house with a sword.
No, because I'm not a fucking doofus and a loser.
What the fuck, bro?
Duck Speaker says more people watched Weber Cook's Spaghetti than watched Morbius. Which is, I believe, a Marvel thing. But yeah, 2 million.
Fuck you, Jared Leto.
That's right.
I guarantee.
Do you know about Jared Leto?
No, I don't think so, no.
Yo, we should watch a Cult of Jared Leto video. There's a video called The Cult of Jared Leto. We should watch it at some point on the channel.
How long is it?
It's a longer video.
I'm down, but yeah, that must be something we should like at the start of a stream we do. Okay, I'm done. What is he? What is it?
It's about the cult surrounding Jared Leto.
Okay, who's Jared Leto?
You know the actor? He played Morbius, but he also played the Joker in the Suicide Squad. He played.
Okay.
He played like a few fucking roles. A lot of
newer
roles,
actors, I don't know him, but yeah, that.
You know, 30 Seconds to Mars.
No.
Okay, he's from a like they formed a band called 30 Seconds to Mars. It's like, but he's got like a whole cult around it.
I want to learn about it, so yeah, we should watch that. But yeah, do you know why you don't walk around your apartment and with a sword, Carl? I don't, because we're not losers. That's what I think. But he'll tell us.
You don't walk around your house with a sword because you're not a commander.
Oh, we're not a commander. What the fuck?
You know, like when you command the troops into battle. That's me. That's how I live my life. So I walk around my house with a sword.
He really does. He walks around his house with a sword, Carl. Weird.
Wow.
And I make threats, like old school threats. Like
he makes threats!
I will run you through.
Yeah, dude, this is my kind of guy.
This guy walks around with a sword, probably threatening his like gardener and
his maid. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking kill you. She's like, Senor, chill. I'm just doing the laundry.
Like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Or I challenge
his
men
mom comes over.
Duels.
Yeah.
Did you just hear what he said? He also does this to his gardener.
I will run you through.
Not this.
Or I challenge men to duels.
He just challenges them. He hands them a sword.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Go, duel me.
They're like, oh, we can't duel. I don't have a sword. You're a full-grown man. You ain't got a sword.
See? No, so he won't hand you a sword. You should already have one.
Yeah, you should have your
So
own
I'll walk
sword.
around with a sword.
But I agree with him. It's just
He
we
just
should have
walks around
guns.
with a sword challenging people to a duel. And he's like, fuck, nobody has a sword.
I cut potatoes with a sword like that, says John Vance. Ah! He's just getting...
Because I'm unconventional.
Potatoes for your cream corn and potatoes?
Yes, yes.
Comply. The world at large has told you, watch Netflix, eat the bugs, watch Disney, don't have a sword, don't
I never heard that one.
Don't have a sword. Holy shit.
watch Netflix.
That's it.
Told
No,
you
that's
not to have a sword, Andrew.
watch Disney. Don't have a sword. That's a drop right there.
Eat the bugs, watch Disney, don't have a sword.
Okay. We've been taught that by society.
Yeah,
but
society, that's what they're pushing, man. Netflix, watch Disney, eat bugs, don't have a sword.
Actually, we went further. We're Canadians. Yeah, actually, yeah. I guess swords are still not okay in
He
Canada.
gave up guns a long time ago. You know,
He
He's
gave
like,
up
"No,
the guns. He challenges someone. They say, "I don't have a sword." They shoot him. That's true.
Yeah, they go 1800 style with their duel, and they just pull out a gun.
Yeah. Doc Spears says, if anything, Disney encourages having a sword. It's true.
Don't walk around
All
with a
their
sword.
characters have a sword.
That's what they want you to do. Don't you understand? This is an act of rebellion. Like all of my life is an act of rebellion.
No, it's not.
I'm that guy who does whatever he wants.
By the way, is he gonna touch this fucking? He also has this one right here. He's
You know
ready.
what's funny?
What?
What's funny is that if you're the kind of person who instinctively does the exact opposite of everything you're told, you're just as easily controlled
That's right.
as the person who does everything they're told.
You're a very good point.
All I gotta do is tell you the opposite of what I want you to do, and you'll do that.
That's exactly it. You're correct. Very good point.
And right now, I want a cigar. Am I allowed to smoke on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, you see, come on, rebel. He's asking, and he's going to obey the rules. If he can't smoke a cigar, you can. Ask
what he
Steven
wants to
Crowder.
do is what he wants to do is he wants it to be not allowed.
Oh,
So that then he can do it
that's right.
and be a rebel.
So what if it is? Then he's like, fuck this
Then
cigar.
he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
All I have to do is lie to you because you don't even know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did I just
How about that? You're not allowed to suck my dick. He's going to be diving at my dick now.
I mean, you kind of can't suck dick on YouTube.
No, I don't mean on YouTube. Never. He's not allowed, which is true.
Okay.
But really,
Yeah.
if I want him to stay away from my cock, I should invite him. Come suck my cock, Andrew. Then he's gonna be the Mr. Opposite Day. No.
Yeah.
So, but you know, so everybody who doesn't want his dick suck or to be molested, you know, does that mean he's a rapist? Does that mean no?
Yeah. That means he's a rapist. Exclusively.
Oh God, we're getting so much from Andrew Tate here.
ask YouTube for fucking permission to smoke in my own house? I do what
That's true though, right?
I want.
I'll do what I want.
Here's a funny story.
He's not gonna smoke though.
After I got past 100K
Oh, yes, he
subs,
will.
I applied to get my plaque, and they said no. YouTube said I'm not allowed one. Why? Too sexy?
Why are you butthurt about not having a too sexy? Right.
Too funny? Too cool? Who knows? So let me just go through my pockets. It's hard to find my cigars.
Maybe
Isn't
because
that
you
one
saw
right
the
there?
little dick in that shower video.
That's right. He was so self-conscious he didn't want to show his dick on there.
Yeah, dude.
What is that? Your
Probably
EpiPen or
making a bit of
something?
noise on the
Oh, you wanted to flash his
microphone,
money.
but I do what I
Those
want.
Venezuelan
You're unhappy with
dollars.
it. You're unhappy with waiting for me to light a cigar.
And there's just
He's
like
got like
pieces of
3
paper.
Venezuelan dollars. Worth like fucking fractions of a penny.
Then leave the channel.
No, we're here for no. Don't tell us to leave. We're good here.
I don't give a fuck about you. You're a peasant. You're a peon.
You just
You're a
spat.
brokey.
No,
I
by the
am.
way, it's probably Romanian money because he went to Romania to avoid legal issues with sex trafficking.
Oh yeah. We keep forgetting about because we keep talking about him like he's a lighthearted man. He's like an alleged sex
He's
trafficker.
being investigated for sex trafficking. He moved
Alleged.
to Romania because he said the laws are more relaxed there about that kind of stuff.
Alleged. I'm hoping that Andrew. You know what? I'm coming to like this man. I want you to not be a sex trafficker. But what if
Now-
you are? Do I like a sex trafficker? It's like
He did say, admittedly, that he gets girlfriends and convinces them to join webcam sites, even though they've never done it before.
it's
Which
true.
does sounds significantly close to sex trafficking.
Yeah, it's true.
I do as I please.
That comes, after what you just said. That sentence is perfect. He's putting a big brown dick in his mouth.
And as a man who does whatever he pleases, I've analyzed the entire earth.
Oh wow, Carl, we're in for a treat.
I've analyzed the entire Earth.
All of it.
Okay.
All of it. He said all of it.
And realized all of the world's problems.
Good.
I've worked it out. I've deciphered. I'm about to tell you the root cause of every single problem in the world.
So he thinks every problem in the world is caused by one thing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
There's a root problem for every problem.
It's like two houses that have burned down in two different cities are obviously gonna have two different reasons for having been burned
No.
down.
Fire.
Oh, just no. No.
Fire is both the cause.
Oh yeah,
of both.
that's true. Fire. But what if okay, so then what if I drown? Fire still?
Yeah. Why is the water there? Because of fire. There wouldn't be water without fire. That's how the elements work.
Buckle the fuck up.
Buckle the
Wait,
fuck up.
He said he's analyzed the entire Earth.
No
The
world.
Earth? Yeah. No, he said. Did he say world? Or did he say
Different.
Earth?
By the way, those are things different.
Deciphered. I'm about to tell you the root cause.
No, go back
Oh,
a
wait,
bit
wait,
more.
wait.
All of it.
Okay.
I've analyzed the entire earth.
Oh no, he said Earth. That's
He
different.
said Earth.
Wow.
So he's analyzed the entire Earth.
That's a
okay,
job.
So we're talking about like over 500 million square kilometers to analyze.
Sorry, what was that?
We're talking about like over 500 million square kilometers.
Well, okay, yeah, but this is Andrew Tate we're talking
So
about.
you. He's analyzed all of it.
And realized
Duckspear says he has analyzed all the world except the sword fights at the end of Sleeping Beauty and Little Mermaid. I don't get that. I don't remember those stories. So Sleeping Beauty.
Watch Disney. Don't have swords.
Well, I've watched both when I was a very young kid,
Oh,
but I don't remember
you
the
don't
sword
remember sword
fights.
fights?
I don't remember the sword fights.
Do you remember the dick in the Little Mermaid?
I remember sucking the dick and remember Little Mermaid. No, the dick on the towers or not the gates and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I was a kid, but I remember. Well, actually, yeah, when I was younger, then there was this on YouTube. When YouTube started, it was like all these Disney subliminal message, or not even just Disney, but just subliminal messages in general. That was big on YouTube back then.
Do you remember the
all of the
pre-YouTube
world's
video platform days?
Yeah, like Kaza and LimeWire.
Yeah, no, but I mean like even shit like E-Bombs World and shit like that.
No, I don't know.
There was like a bunch of Newgrounds had videos.
Newgrounds, I was yeah. So like we all
There's, like, all
that's right.
kinds of-
Everyone had different websites to
Yeah.
go to. Yeah. Newgrounds was good.
Yeah, and then YouTube came along and it kind of like ate up all the videos.
Yeah. The internet was awesome back then.
problems. I've worked it out. I've deciphered. I'm about to tell you the root cause of every single problem
right.
in the world.
I'm ready, bro.
Buckle the fuck up.
Yes.
Because just like every other Tate speech, you're going to be sitting there going, no way. And then by the end of it, you go, you know what? He might be right. And I'm always
I
right.
love his
Never
comment.
happened yet.
No.
Go. The root cause
He's making us wait. I like
of all of the world's problems is basically That there's not enough men who walk around their
Oh shit. Duck Spears says, oh, okay, yeah, see. This is his point, Duck Spears says, I'm going to get a trident to one-up Tate and disprove his narrative that Disney is anti-melee weapons. Same thing with the Sleeping Beauty and Little Mermaid. These all have sword fights. Disney's not against swords. They seem to be against guns, maybe. But even there, I'm not sure. Maybe you can make.
I don't even think that. I don't think you could say that. Like,
I don't know.
What make you think they're against guns?
They haven't made an outright claim about that. No, but they're definitely pro sword. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
their houses with swords.
Okay, so wait.
That there's not enough men who walk around their houses with swords.
That's really the problem.
That's the root of all of the world's problems.
I tend to agree with him.
You could fix all the world's
enough
problems
men
if more men walked around their homes with swords.
Not just had sword available, that they took it and walked around the house with it. That's key.
Me, who do whatever they want. Because we live in a time where the powers that be manipulate females through their emotionality
You mean their emotion?
to control weak men and control society. I want to say something here, and I hope this video doesn't get taken down for sexism.
Oh, dude, let's go!
What the fuck are you about to say?
I'm ready.
It's
I have
like,
a lot.
you're allowed to be pretty sexist.
You are. So he's
Like-
worried, though.
Like, you know, on YouTube, you can be really pretty sexist without getting banned.
Yep. There's not a big,
That doesn't
Deal
get
being
people
made.
talked about.
No.
Like,
A lot of love for females. Females are extremely important. They procreate, they create life. Females are beautiful, and they're kind.
only women procreate.
yeah, dude, that doesn't take a guy.
They have laser miniguns in Mandalorian. Oh, okay, there you go. Disney promotes gun culture intentionally or not. There you go. See, that's what I couldn't give an example, but the shit like that, I was thinking that I can't say that. There you go.
kind-hearted. And I have nothing against women as a whole. In fact, I have a bunch of women.
He has a bunch of women.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
sure, Tate.
Hate speech alert, says John Vance. This is hate speech. By the way, why a middle intro?
Yeah, he does this all the time.
Middle intro.
But
It's
females,
not really an intro at that point.
No. This is interesting.
Interruption.
These analytics. This is the most replayed, one of the most replayed parts.
I have
Really?
a bunch of women.
That I have a bunch of women. Like, is right here. He says another dumb thing here, and probably over here. These things have been replayed many times.
So I like women.
Oh, he likes women.
But females, let me get my wording correct here.
Yeah, okay, so I would assume this is going to go a good direction. You don't, females are different than
By the
women.
way, red flag is somebody who call women females.
That's true.
Like, if you
Like, right
regularly
there.
call women females, that's a red flag.
Yes.
That's like, you're kind of like, that's like a tip to, like, maybe you're a bit incel-y.
Yes. Yeah, the females. As if
Yeah.
they're like a species. I wonder if he threatens to run his women through with his sword when they try to escape. Probably.
Well,
do.
yeah. He says he just does whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wants. It's very rapey as well. But yeah, again, so the female, I'm going to say, yes, women aren't the same as female. If, again, a little girl isn't a woman. So if that's where he's going with I like women, not females. I hope that's what he's talking about. Now, let's see. There's a big dick in his mouth.
Are barely sentient.
Oh, wait. Sorry, wait a minute.
Female.
Females are barely sentient. What?
This is very incel-y shit.
This is very incel and sex. Like we said, there's you can be very sexist on YouTube. This is up there.
This is pretty sexist. They're barely sentient.
barely sentient.
And the way he
Have a
says it.
debate with a vegan person. They'll tell you that like pigs are sentient.
Yeah, exactly. Now that's the
This
female.
guy's like females are barely sentient. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Even the good ones. In fact, especially
Even yeah. This guy's on. He's amazing.
are barely sentient.
Even the good ones.
Even the good ones. In fact, especially the good ones. You're a good female.
Especially the good ones.
You grow up, you listen to your
Wait.
father.
So he thinks if you're a good woman, it means you're not sentient. Like you don't have your own thoughts. That's
Yeah,
what being a good woman is.
He wants NPCs in his life.
He wants women who will just do whatever he asks them to do when he says, "I'll, do it or I'll run you through with my sword."
Yeah.
So you're about a teenager. Then once you're a teenager, you start watching the Disney Channel and Netflix. Then you listen to society. Start to break the rules, be a bit of a rebel. Now you listen to society. Then you meet a man. Now that's one of two men. He's either a strong-framed man or a weak-framed man. If he's a weak-framed man, you keep society's ideas. If he's a strong-framed man, you now adopt all the ideas of your man. Because any girl who's with a real G...
And where is the man
All
get
of them.
all his ideas?
Exactly right. God, says Jordan Peterson.
Like, because so a woman gets all of her ideas either from her father, so let's say like family, her society, or her relationships. That's kind of true, but that's also true for men.
Yes.
Is that like we get all of our ideas from our family, our society, our culture, and our relationships, people we're
Yes.
with. That's literally where everyone gets their mindset and their ideas. That's where all of that is formed, is through your experience of life and those things.
Yeah. This guy. He's really got the old school mindset, this Tate.
They agree with his political stance. They agree with his
They just changed.
music choice. As soon as they're with a man they love what he loves.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
That's retarded. No. My wife doesn't love everything I love. And that makes me happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be boring as fuck.
How annoying would it be? It's like every time I want to do one of the things I want to do, she's always right with me. It's like, oh, I want to do that too. It's like everything you do.
And she has no ideas of her own either.
No.
Like, she never thinks of something you wouldn't think of that could be
I'd be
fun to
worried.
do, you know?
I'd be like, bro, you don't have your own hobbies? Who
Like,
are you?
I think
You're
a
boring.
part of something that's cool about being like with another person is them showing you things that you maybe don't think to do,
Yeah.
and then you show them things that they don't think to do, and
Exactly.
share that. And it's kind of cool because you broaden each other's lives a little bit, and that's part of it. But
Yeah.
like that, to have a person who literally has none of their own thoughts or ideas is, I guess, what he's looking for.
That's right. Look at that face.
Again, this is pushing me towards these allegations of sexual misconduct are probably true.
Probably, yeah. Doug Spears says, didn't you know that women can't recognize themselves in a mirror? That's why they take so long to get ready. Boom-ts. Hey, well, we have that one. That's a good one.
Right? Then they have children. What do they do with the children? They sit around and talk gobbledygook. Do, 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 do.
The fuck?
Like,
Also, not all women have children.
not all women. That's true. Not all women have children. Even there, not all parents are cringe with their children. There is a lot of cringeness happening.
Yeah.
And the older the child is, the more I agree with him. Where it's like, stop talking to your child like he's a baby. He's gonna grow up with those tendencies.
Yeah, talk to them like they're human.
Like just a human. Yeah. I don't want them to get used to like getting talked to like this. It's like what? When do you stop that? When does that get awkward?
Then they die.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Then they die.
Do, 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 do. And then they die.
That's a great quote right there. Do 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 do. Then they die. I love
So
that.
wait, so women go from fucking around with babies to immediately dying.
Yes. They're worthless. They're not even sentient, Carl.
And the point is, when I say barely sentient, is that the female's entire
The female's entire... Dude,
Again,
you're right.
Female. Yeah,
He's a seasoned incel.
life
This is
process
incel
from head to
behavior.
toe, she never really thinks for herself. Like, the reason I became so successful, the reason I'm so fantastic, is because of my perspicacity.
Perspicacity. That's a good word. I don't even know what it means. Good for you.
It's funny that he thinks though that like the woman starts to rebel against her dad, and she gets all these different ideas from society about rebelling against like these sexual norms and all this stuff, right? And then she is considered to have just adopted all of society's ideas. Where the fuck did Tate's ideas come from? He thinks they just manifested in his head because he like this guy has narcissism. Like he's a narcissist.
Yes. Oh,
He's a narcissist for sure.
he's the biggest narcissist there is.
Yeah, like
But
it's fucking
yeah,
crazy.
he does think these ideas just
Just pop into his head.
yes.
And he doesn't read, and he thinks that makes him a genius. And like he walks around with a sword and thinks that the cause of all of the world's problems are that more people don't walk around with a sword. Like,
I mean, that's kind.
think
I hope
we
he's
should I think we should institutionalize Tate.
yeah, study him. But there has to be a monicum of joking there. The walking around your house with it. There's some joke. He's a troll a little bit, but he's
I don't
also
know about
very
that. I think he's just an idiot.
maybe. I don't.
Like,
Again, me neither. I don't know about it.
The more videos I watch, the less convinced I am that he's true.
That's right. He's amazing. That's why it's like he's unbelievable. That's why I don't believe it.
Yeah.
My favorite word. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with
Perspicacity.
sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm.
Fuck is this edit?
He's got a ballin' editor.
I told you this kid is dangerous.
Oh yeah, he's a fighter. He was a fighter.
What
Or
a
a
clinching shot!
kickboxer.
To my own conclusion,
Why aren't you a boxer anymore? Or a
I pay
kickboxer?
attention. I sit there and I analyze and I come to my own conclusions. I don't
Because
believe
No, there you go. He comes to his own conclusions. He analyzes it. It just pops in his head. No influence from anywhere else.
the conclusion of the news. And I'm also not automatically anti what the news says. I analyze the chessboard
Oh,
and
yeah.
I decide which move is best. I'm perspicacious. Females don't do
You're
that.
the only person who does that. Women don't ever do that.
Women can't do that. They're not
You know,
sentient.
women they watch with stupid women watch the news and they go, duh. There's
That's
just a
what I-
big fucking glob of drool comes out, and they just soak it in and then they spit it out. You know,
Yes.
these
Females grow up, listen to the
Females.
parents. Then they get in some friendship group or
Friendship
start
group.
watching TV. And they believe what society tells them to believe. And they either keep those beliefs or they throw them away when they meet a man they like. Then they talk gobbledygook, doop, 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 and then they die.
That's his view of a woman.
That's a woman's life in the view of Tate.
Females don't have independent thought. They don't come up with anything. They're just empty vessels waiting.
Unless later he says
Holy
that's
fuck, this is sexist. Dude.
this is. Unless
They
he's.
never come up with anything. They are empty vessels.
Do you think later he's gonna say like he's gonna bring up then like that's a woman? No, that's a female. Now a woman is different. Now that would be a different point. It'd be similar to our people are NPCs point.
Like, does he not know that? Like, what about women who invented things?
Yeah, right. It's
Like,
especially
there
the
are-
fact that he's not attributing this to NPC male. There are NPC males out there like him.
There's a lot of NPC men. But the thing is, like, there are a lot of women who obviously think for themselves and who create all kinds of things. Like, women
Yeah.
have invented, like, literally countless things that we use every day.
Yeah, I can't name him, but definitely. I mean, just like there has to be. If we pull up a list right now, we'd find a bunch of shit.
For someone else to install the programming. Ching! And then they become conservative, liberal, feminist, whatever. Right? So the problem we're facing in the world today is very simple. Because not enough men walk around with swords in their mansions wearing diamond watches, we have a whole bunch of weak-framed men. And society as a...
I see that we've lost some internet. Gonna bring this back. Yes, we've lost some internet here. We're gonna be back. If anybody sees this, disconnected. We're gonna be good.
Oh, you back?
We're back. Yes, we did a little bit crash. We're gonna be back here. Yes, seems like we're coming back slowly but joined. We're good. And Duck Speaker before we left said that I can't wait till he ties this all back to the swords, which I also can't wait.
He's gonna come with it, right? He's about to.
He's about to. So I was back. Yeah, I backed it up a little bit. I just want to make sure we're good there. Yeah, we're good.
And then they die. Females don't have independent thought. They don't come up with anything. They're just empty vessels waiting for someone else to install the programming. Ching! And then they become conservative, liberal, feminist, whatever. Right? So the problem we're facing in the world today is very simple. Because not enough men walk around with swords in their mansions wearing diamond watches, we have a whole bunch of weak-framed men. And society as a whole, the mass media and the propaganda machine, uses emotional triggers to control females.
Just females, Carl.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. Be afraid. Be afraid. Wear your mask. Be afraid.
What?
Men are immune to media manipulation.
Never will they ever get caught by it.
Okay. Emotion. They use emotion because females are susceptible to emotion.
Oh.
And then
yeah, men have no emotions. We all,
what happens?
We all know this. Men are emotionless.
Instead of their man correcting them, because their man doesn't carry a sword, he agrees with them, hoping to get a little bit of pussy.
Wait.
Chick.
So he does use the sword to threaten women.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, if you have a sword, you don't gotta worry, you'll get pussy.
Instead of their man correcting them, because their man doesn't carry a sword, he agrees with them, hoping to get a little bit of pussy.
Yeah. He's
So
like,
is that how he's gonna continue?
You gotta agree with women to get pussy. I got a sword, I just threaten them.
It's really what he's saying. Let's hope he...
Well, he said at the start he uses his sword to threaten people in his home.
He might outright... I mean, this is what it means, but let's see if he outright says this. This is amazing.
So the chick, she watches the news. Like, you're a man, right? You're a man. You're out there, you're going to work, blah, blah, blah. They announce on the news there's this new deadly contagion.
Contagion.
You don't give a shit.
Okay.
You're going to work. You got work to do. You don't care. Your chick's at home. She's watching CNN. Oh, my God. A new disease.
Did you notice that, Carl, how when COVID hit, all the men were not worried and all the women were?
There was no worried men, and all of the women were panicked.
That's why I worry.
Only women and all of the women
That's
were
what I
panicked.
noticed, at least. Yeah.
And only men and all of the men didn't care.
It's true.
When you come home and she talks about this disease, what you should do...
Smack the fuck out of her. I'm expecting this from
You
him.
threaten her with your sword.
Yeah, is what he's saying. Look, that's the look.
It's like, bitch, you keep talking about this disease thing and I'm gonna cut you.
What you should do...
All right.
Smoke break.
Smoke break. All right. He's giving us suspense. What you should do? Come on, piece of shit.
Sorry, there's a plane flying over my house and you can hear it because my roof's made of glass.
That's not a good thing to have a roof made of, I believe.
Yeah, dude, that means that, like, if I wanted to, let's say I just jumped out of that plane, I would just smash right through your glass roof, bro.
I bet you anything, you point that camera up and it's filled with bird shit. And you can see through it from the inside. That's not cool.
You can see through the bird shit?
through the glass pane. Not
Oh,
well, maybe the
accident.
glass. You know.
See,
Because my
accident.
Yeah.
house is a convertible like my supercars.
Wait, sorry, supercar now.
He said his house is a convertible. Does that mean his roof can come off?
I guess so.
Roof's made of glass because my house is a convertible like my supercars.
His house is a convertible.
Like
What's
having a
supercar?
roof made of glass doesn't make your house a convertible.
No.
Having
it
like
doesn't.
those like moving roofs like they have at like stadiums and shit that open and close.
Maybe that's what he means.
That would be
Yeah.
a fucking convertible.
How's your room so dark if your roof is made of glass? That's true. Look how dark this place is.
I couldn't move the camera to show you. You're just gonna have to trust me.
Because the ceiling is just that high, you know?
That's a
It's
lie.
got like
He's-
200-foot ceilings.
yeah.
So the light, you know.
He's lying. He just said I couldn't move the camera, but trust me.
Yeah.
Maybe he's recording at night. Good one, John Vance. He's maybe right there.
I have a glass roof because I'm a G.
Because he's a G.
So what should happen is, what happens with me? Let me give you an example. What happens with me? I come home. My 4 wives are sitting there.
4 wives. You think that's true?
No.
They've seen on the news there's a new deadly contagion.
I think he's probably got some kind of relationship with more than 4 women, but I don't think marriage is involved.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting there. They've seen on the news there's a new deadly contagion.
John Vance says, I wonder if he knows Rob Carbone. That's a maybe. That's a maybe.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
Andrew, you need to wear a new deadly contagion. I pick up my sword.
Oh, no! And then you get laid? Wait a minute. He picks up his fucking sword? John Vance asks, is he Muslim? I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe. Look at that blade. I don't know if that's a Muslim thing.
I am the commander of this house. I decide if there's a contagion.
In the house? No.
Wait, what?
That's not.
No, you don't.
That's ridiculous.
I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
Cook. Which one? There's 4 of you.
But what most men do, praying to get a little sniff of puss, is they sit there and go, really, baby? Oh, what did you, oh, really, baby? Did you watch the news
And
today?
you're talking about men who, like, they already live with these women? And they're that desperate?
No.
Like, men who live with these women are, like, super desperate because, what, you don't have, like, a good sex life with the woman you live with? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
What did you find out, baby?
Oh, who's this, by the way?
Baby? Oh, what did you, oh, really, baby? Did you watch the news today? What did you find out, baby?
Who's this?
Really? There's contagion? Can we have sex this week? No,
that's
not
one
this
of his
week. Okay.
cam girls.
Yeah.
Oh, next week?
That's that bitch. You see, she just walked in.
Find out, baby. Really? There's contagion? Can we have
That's her right
sex
there?
this week? No, not this week. Okay. Oh, next week?
Listen.
Maybe, okay, maybe next week? Okay, not next week. Okay, yeah, carry on, yeah? Contagion, yeah? Yeah,
Why didn't you like berate that woman there like you do?
Yeah, she just interrupted your stream, my friend.
Yeah.
You got
That's
real
re- yeah.
quiet when you walked in, huh?
You got
were
real quiet.
saying some real tough shit before she opened the door. Then you shut your mouth.
I think that's her house. She's watching you on these cameras, and she heard, and she just kind of gave you the mean eye, and you shut the fuck up. And this is you're ending that video real quick right after this, right? I don't know. I'm just assuming here.
yeah, I agree. Will we have
Oh yeah, that's
sex?
true. Notice it's daytime on the cameras, but the glass covered. Oh, so this is not nighttime, right? Look at John Vance. Your theory is poo poo.
Yeah.
It's not nice. So how are these glass windows? It's very dark in here.
Again? No? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll wear them. You're right. We should err on the side of caution. Because all these men don't carry swords around. Then the men adopt.
Yeah, because like
thinking-
the second you start carrying a sword, you immediately have like way more confidence and everything. We all know.
Are you saying because Andrew, I respect my wife and my wife respects me. I'm also not afraid of her. And you're saying the only reason you're not afraid and other men are afraid is because they have no swords. Are you saying if
Yeah.
you didn't have a sword, you'd be afraid of your women?
Yeah, you're the only reason you're not completely terrified by the woman with is because you have a sword
to defend
and
yourself with.
Yeah.
That's fucking cringe, bro. It's
He's
the
like, yeah,
fucking...
I carry a sword so I can threaten women to do
Yeah.
what I want them to do.
I just say a thing, and my wife respects me enough to say that makes sense.
Yeah, like I don't know. I
mean.
have a good relationship with the with the women that I try to like have relationships with. I don't usually threaten them with swords.
Yeah. Does he think he's Muhammad in the 14th century? No, he thinks he's Muhammad in today. He's today's Muhammad.
Yeah, he's kind of Don Quixote.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know Don Quixote? It's like a story about it's a crazy guy who's like in modern day, but he wants to bring back like chivalry and knighthood, so he dresses up like a knight and like
Oh, wow.
carries around a sword and like he goes around fighting with windmills and shit.
That sounds fun.
Emotionally
Yeah, it's a story by a guy named Miguel de Cervantes. And yeah, it's originally written in Spanish, but yeah, it's written Don Quixote, like Quixote, which is maybe how you've like I don't know if you've seen that, but it's pronounced Quixote.
No. Never heard of this.
adopt the thinking of the female. And the female has been emotionally manipulated because females are barely sentient. And that's how you get all of the problems in the world today. Name an issue.
So the problems in the world are caused by women because
Barely
they're
sentient
not
women.
not barely sentient women because they're not sentient.
Yeah, and weak men who don't carry swords.
Yes.
You allow women to tell them things. Because if you had a sword, women could never tell you anything.
No.
Name a problem. It's all mass manipulation. There's not a problem you can find that doesn't start with an emotional manipulation ploy aimed at females and weak-framed men desperate to sniff a bit of puss-puss complying. I guarantee you, and when I say guarantee, please understand, I'm giving you my word as a gentleman.
But you're not a gentleman.
So it doesn't mean anything.
So it means nothing, yeah.
I carry a
Because
sword.
you're not a gentleman.
No.
In any fucking way.
My word
When you're
as a
like,
gentleman.
I'm the guy who walks
gentle.
around with a sword threatening people. That's not a gentleman.
No, that's cringe as
We're
fuck.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Kind of goes against the idea that you would walk around with a sword threatening people.
Yep.
I carry a sword. My word as a gentleman is worth dueling over. It means something. If every man in the world walked around his house with a sword,
He wouldn't be afraid of his wife. Come on, what is this is embarrassing, Andrew.
just intrinsically you'd be less likely to listen.
Is he trying to convert us to Islam? He hasn't said a word of Islam. It's just sword talk.
You'd be less likely to listen to the woman in your life if you walked around with a sword.
I don't know.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know. Duxbury says, moral of this video, if your wife is anxious about something, you have to threaten her with mortal wounds. Mortal wounds is what he said.
Oh, you think that this virus might kill you? Shut the fuck up. I got this sword that'll kill you.
About impossible death.
You got your sword, your wife starts talking, you're like, shut up.
By the way,
No,
did you... Wait,
That's
come on.
literally what he's saying to do.
That is what he's saying. Give me a second, though.
You got your sword, your wife starts talking, you're like, shut up.
Does that not look like a plastic sword now? Come
It
on.
looks a little light, you know? It's like a weak...
Look, when he
sword.
did that, it looked flimsy. I mean, I don't
It
know.
looks flimsy and it looks very light. Like it looks like I could get you a real sword, man. Get you a real sword, something that takes 2 hands to swing.
There must be like an anime freak out there who can tell us
to
that this is a shitty fucking eBay store.
But I mean, I
eBay
guess
store
he
sword.
only needs it to threaten his women. So.
But I mean, once you got a lippy woman who's like, "Fuck you, hit me," and he tries, and she go, "Bitch, this shit plastic."
You got your sword, your wife starts talking, you're like, shut up.
Look at that plastic
You got a
sword.
sword. I'm not saying you have to hurt.
You're probably never gonna get a wife with that kind of attitude. Like,
No.
It's
That
just something about the sword.
if she starts talking, just fucking tell her to shut up and threaten her with a sword.
By the way, like you're probably look at these look behind you. These wives, like they probably after a while of living with you would probably have a lot of footage of inside your house of you going like this. Fuck him! That they could show to authorities
With like a sword. Yeah, they could probably take that to the police fairly easily. That
Yeah.
might be why you have some sort of allegations against you right now, my friend.
Maybe.
Sword makes you less likely to just listen.
Look how he's look how flimsy that sword looks.
I'm not saying you
when
have to
he's
hurt them. It's just
moving
something about
around.
the sword makes you less
Yeah, that's what I
likely
mean. It
to
looks
just
very, very light. Too.
Yeah.
listen to shit.
That handle looks like plastic to yellow. It's just like
If every man on earth walked around with a sword,
you said
when
this too many times now. That point has been.
females who have been emotionally manipulated try and manipulate the men won't listen. That will make the female have more respect for the man. The frame will change. The female's mind will start to naturally align with the worldview of the male. And most of the issues of the world.
So yeah, so what he's saying is make a woman think the way you think by threatening her with a sword. Then eventually, you know, that woman who has her own ideas, she'll start thinking the way you do. You gotta get her mind to align with yours. And in order to do that, you gotta repeatedly threaten her with your sword.
Yeah.
When it comes to liberalism or any of this crazy shit, you can name anything, would basically go away. We can fix this. It can all be fixed. You just need to carry a sword around your house. That's all you gotta do. And then all the emotional
I
ploys,
convince some loser to buy a sword to walk around his house with.
100%.
it won't work. You're a full-grown man, you're sitting there, you're watching the news. They're saying something, whatever they're saying.
They're saying something.
It's good that you don't eat meat, climate change, da 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 da, and you're sitting there with a sword. That's what I do. Climate
Just like that with a sword.
change, don't eat meat. Fuck off. Tell me what to do.
So you only
I eat
have
waffles.
you only have the confidence to not listen to what the news is telling you
He has a sword in
because
his
you're holding a sword.
Without
Like,
the
I-
don't he's like, I don't know if I can deny
Yeah, he's like,
this.
oh shit, I better stop eating meat. But he picks up the sword and he's like, hey, fuck you. I don't gotta listen to you. I got a sword.
That crazy fucking retard.
Fucking what? I got a sword. You ain't telling
Yeah.
He's really.
me what to do. You sit there without a sword. This is
I do the same though without a
Yeah,
sword.
dude, I can sit there without a sword and listen to the news and not listen to it.
I feel
don't
like
need a
that,
sword.
that's more impressive to me.
Yeah.
no
I could do that
You're like,
naked.
I require a sword in order to say no to the news.
I do that naked in my boxers.
Yeah.
Just like even without the boxers, I could do that just naked with my dick hanging out.
cigar, no
Naked
sword.
in my boxers.
Well, I mean naked boxers. You know, be naked. You know, to that degree.
Nothing. Is that you? That life you live? That's who you want to be as a man?
Right now, I am.
Please
I'm
understand
watching
that the
just
propaganda
you.
machine uses emotional manipulation because females are susceptible to it. Then they've then weakened males on purpose. They've weakened you so that when the female gives her opinions, which are not original, they're not well thought through, they're not perspicaciously derived. No, they were told to her by a manipulative machine, which is interested in creating slaves. And when she repeats those opinions to you, you sit there and go, yeah, okay. Well, you know, you said we would have sex last month.
It's about the sex.
Also, if you're living with a woman and you're having sex once a month, dude, re-examine shit.
Re-examine it.
Because that's a fucking problem.
That's a problem. But this guy now is saying, yeah, he's really tying those two together. Sword. So the sword means
Sword and sex. Look,
sword and sex.
if you have a sword, you will have enough sex, and then you can say no to your woman and tell her to shut up.
All right. That's really fucked up.
Do better.
Do better. That's the end. Tate speech, everybody. Oh my god.
Fuck, dude,
I'm
that
happy
was-
we did that.
That's fucking crazy.
That was really crazy. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.